Hello my dear classes student, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now you have another video. In this video, now you are going to learn English Honeysuckle Unit 1. In Unit 1, you have two lessons, a prose and a poem. Now we have to start with the first lesson of Unit 1. The name of the lesson, Who Did Patrick's Homework? This story is about a boy, Patrick, who does not like doing his homework. So now let's read the story. Listen carefully. Patrick never did homework. Too boring, he said. He played hockey and basketball and Nintendo instead. So Patrick was a boy who never did his homework. He said doing homework is too boring. Instead of doing his homework, he played hockey, basketball, and Nintendo. Nintendo is a video game. His teachers told him, Patrick, do your homework or you won't learn a thing. And it is true, sometimes he did feel like an ignoramus. But what could he do? He hated homework. So in fact, his teacher also warned him to complete his homework so that he does not remain an ignorant person. Even Patrick feels the same way sometimes, but does not do anything about it, as he hated doing homework. Then one day he found his cat playing with a little doll and he grabbed it away. So one day Patrick found his cat playing with a little doll and Patrick grabbed the little doll and tried to throw it away. To his surprise, to the surprise of Patrick, it was not a doll at all, but a man of the tiniest size. He had a little wool shirt with old-fashioned breeches and a high tall hat much like a witch. So he found a little man, a tiny man, so we can say an elf. Then this tiny man wears a little wool shirt with old-fashioned breeches and a high tall hat. So this tiny man, you can see in the picture, look at the picture. So wear short trousers, then wear a shirt made of wool, then he wears a high tall hat, you can see in the picture. He yelled, save me, don't give me back to that cat. Then the little man requests to Patrick not to give him back to the cat again. I will grant you a wish. I promise you that. Then the little elves told Patrick that if he saved him, he will grant Patrick a wish. Patrick could not believe how lucky he was. Here was the answer to all of his problems. Say, on hearing the elf's promise, Patrick could not believe how lucky he was. Here was the answer to all of his problems. Now Patrick thought that he can solve all his problems of doing homeworks. So he said, only if you do all my homework till the end of the semester, that is 35 days. If you do a good enough job, I could even get A's. Then Patrick told to the elf that if he can do all his homework till the end of the semester, having 35 days, he can get grade A. The little man's face wrinkled like a dishcloth thrown in the hamper. Now, on hearing Patrick's word, the little elf felt a little bit discomfort. His face became wrinkled like a dishcloth. Dishcloth means a cloth used for washing dishes. Thrown in the hamper. Hamper means basket. He kicked his leg. Now the little man tried to kick out his leg and double his feet, and he grimaced and scowled and pursed his lips. So now the little man, the elf, start feeling unhappy. Oh, am I cursed? But I will do it. The little man, the elf, thought that it is just like a sin. But he kept promise to do all the homeworks of Patrick. And true to his word, that little elf began to do Patrick's homework. So now the little elf is going to do Patrick's homework, except there was one glitch. Say, when the little elves began to do Patrick's homework, he found some problems. The elf did not always know what to do, and he needed help. Then the little elf said to Patrick that he find some problems, so he need help of Patrick. So he cried out, help me to Peter. And Patrick would have to help in whatever way. Now Patrick tried to help the little elf in doing his homework. I don't know this word, the elf squeaked while reading Patrick's homework. Say, while reading Patrick's homework, the little elf told Patrick that he did not know the words written in English. So he asked Patrick, to take a dictionary. Get me a dictionary. No, what is even better, look up the word and sound it out by its letter. Then the little elf asks Patrick to read the words letter by letter. So in this paragraph, what we learn is that the little elf pretend to Peter that he cannot read out all the words in of his homework, so he requests Patrick to read out the word by its letter. When it came to maths, Patrick was out of luck. Say, when at the time of doing homeworks for the mathematics, Patrick was out of luck. What are timetables? Then the little elves asked Patrick, what are timetables? That means the elves have no idea about the timetables. We elves never need that. Then the little elves said Patrick that the elves never need timetables, so they have no any idea about the timetable. And addition and subtraction and division and fraction. So the little elf asks Peter that he help him in doing homeworks for mathematics and addition and subtraction and division and fraction. Here, sit down beside me. You simply must guide me. So the little elves asks Patrick to sit beside him, and he asks Patrick to help him in doing homeworks for mathematics. Elves know nothing of human history. To them, it is a mystery. Then the elves said to Patrick that they have known nothing about the human history. Say to them, history is just a mystery. So the little elf, already a shouter, just got louder. Go to the library. I need books, more and more books, and you can help me read them too. Then the little elf asks Patrick to go to the library and to take many books from the library, and the little elves asks Patrick to read out the book to him. So in this paragraph, what we know is that the little elf pretend to Patrick that he did not know anything about mathematics and history. So by saying this, the elves put more pressure to Patrick to help him in doing his homework. As a matter of fact, every day in every way, that little elf was a nag. So now the elves become a nag to Patrick. Nag means one who troubles someone all the time by complaining or asking them to do something. So now to Patrick, the little elf was became a nag. Patrick was working harder than ever and was it a drag. So now Patrick working harder than ever. He was staying up night, had never felt so weary, was going to school with his eyes perfect and bleary. So in order to help the elf in doing his homework, Patrick wake up late at the night. Then in order to help the elf, Patrick felt so weary when he was going to school. His eyes perfect and biliary. Say, due to the lack of sleep time, Patrick felt weary in school. Finally, the last day of school arrived, and the elf was free to go. Say, at the arrival of the final day of the semester, as there is no homework to be done by the elf is going to leave Patrick. As for homework, there was no more, so he quietly and sillily slipped out the back door. As there is no homework to be done by the elf left the house of Patrick from the back door. Patrick got his A's. His classmates were amazed. His teachers smiled and were full of praise. So at the end of the semester, Patrick got great A's in his homework. All his classmates were surprised to learn that Patrick got A grade in his homework. All his teachers smiled to him and they praised Peter for getting grade A. And his parents, then Patrick's parents, felt very happy. They wondered what had happened to Patrick. Then his parents wondered what had happened to Patrick. He was now the model kid. Now Patrick became a model kid. That means now Peter became a good boy, a hard-working student. Cleaned his room, did his chores, was cheerful, never rude, like he had developed a whole new attitude. So after returning back from school, Patrick cleaned his room. Then he did all the work in his home. Then he was cheerful. Then he became a good boy, a good student. Then he had developed a whole new attitude. That means he had changed his mindset. You see, in the end, Patrick still thought he had made that tiny man do all his homework. But I will share a secret just between you and me. It was not the elf. Patrick had done it himself. Then at the end of the story, Patrick thought that he had met the tiny man doing all his homework, but actually it was not the tiny man who did his homework. It was Patrick himself doing all his homework. Then, in this way, Patrick became a good student. Then, the story is written by Carol Moore. So, from this story, what we learn is that hard work and self-help bring success in our life. So you must try to do work yourself. So not try to take help from any other. So always try to do work yourself as you can. So never try to depend on others. So now let's see exercise. Say in this lesson, say working with the text, say you have so many questions. So all these questions, for all these questions, answer will be provided by your subject teachers. Say for all the exercise, you will get the solved answers from your teacher. So for all this exercise, all the answer try to learn by heart. My dear student, now we are going to learn Unit 1, second lesson. Second lesson, we have a poem. The name of the poem, a house, a home. So first, I will read out the poem. So listen carefully. So before reading the poem, one question is here. What is the difference between a house and a poem? Discuss it with your partner, then read the poem. Say this poem is written about the difference of a house and a home. So now I will read the poem. Listen carefully. What is a house? It is brick and stone and wood that is hard. Some window glass and perhaps a yard. It is eaves and chimneys and tile floors and stucco and roof and lots of doors. What is a home? It is loving and family. and doing for others. It is brothers and sisters. It has brothers and sisters and fathers and mothers. It has unselfish act and kindly sharing and showing your loved ones. You are always caring. So this poem is written by Lauren M. Harley. Say, I will explain the poem. What is a house? Say, the poem asks, what is a house? Say, it is a brick and stone and wood. Say, a house is made of brick, stone, and wood. Then the physical structure of a house, which is very hard. Some windows, glass, and perhaps a yard. Say, in a house, what we have? We have windows, then glass, then we have yard like courtyard, then veranda, then many rooms having doors, windows, then doors and windows have glass window fence. It is it has apes and chimneys. Then inside a house we have chimneys in order to get heat during the winter season, and tiles floor. Then a house is having tiles floor, that means the surface of our room having tiles, and stucco and roof and lot of doors. Say, in a house we have doors, then windows, etc. So in this first stanza of the poem, what the poet said is that a house is only a physical structure. It is a non-living things. Then see the second stanza. What is a home? It is loving and family. Say, in a home we find loves, caring, and doing for others. Then we help each others. Say, in a home what we have brothers, sisters, fathers, and mothers. It is unselfish and kindly sharing. It has unselfish act. Say, in a home no selfish act is there, and kindly sharing and showing your loved ones. You are always caring. So again I will explain the poem. So again read the poem. What is a house? It is brick and stone and wood that is hard, some window, glass, and perhaps a yard. It has apes and chimneys and tile floors and stucco and roof and lot of doors. What is a home? It is love. It has loving and family and doing for others. It has brothers and sisters and fathers and mothers. It has unselfish act and kindly sharing and showing your loved ones. You are always caring. Then I will explain the whole poem. Say, in this poem, the poet has explained the difference between a house and a home. He elaborates on the role that family members play in a home. Then the poet has tried to define and differentiate between a house and a home. He says that a house is made of bricks, stone, and hardwood. It has fine panes, chimneys, window glass, doors, corridors, roof, and tile floor. Say, in a house, what we find? We can find bricks, stone, hardwood, then pine pane, then chimney, then window glass, doors, corridors, roof, veranda, then tiles floor. So we can find only the physical structure in a house. So a house is the only physical structure, the material structure. So a house is a non-living one. So we can see all the physical structure, only the physical structure. Then a home is another name for loving family members who take care of each other and work selflessly for one another. Brothers, sisters, father, mother together make a home. So in a home there is loving family members who take care of each other and they work selflessly for one another. Say, in a home we can find father, mother, brother, sister. Say, then all the fathers, mother, brother, and sister can help each other when they need to help each other. Then it is their unselfish act of kindness and sharing towards one another that make a house a home. So with all together with the family members of a house, so it makes a house a home. So a house is the physical structure, then a home is not only the physical structure. So a home means a house including the family members like mother, brother, sister, grandparents, along with the house makes a home. Then we can find love, caring, then kindness in a home. So from this point we can know the difference between a house and a home. Say, a house is only the physical structure. Then a home, in a home we can find love, then caring, then we can see father, mother, brother, sister. So this point give us a vivid picture of the difference between a house and a home. So try to learn the poem, then read the poem again and again at your home. Then for this poem, say, what one exercise is here having two questions. So for this exercise you will get answers from your subject teacher. Your subject teacher will provide the study material. So now this is the end of Unit 1 Honeysuckle. Thank you for watching.